Have you ever felt the subtle drag of inertia, the quiet whisper that tells you to stay put, to postpone the difficult task, to choose comfort over challenge? It's a familiar sensation, isn't it? That internal resistance when you know what you should do, but find yourself drifting towards what's easy. Perhaps it's the alarm ringing at dawn, urging you out for a run, while your warm bed calls you back to sleep. Or the pile of important paperwork that looms, while mindless scrolling offers instant, fleeting distraction. This isn't just about laziness, it's a fundamental test of our inner resolve, a daily skirmish between our higher judgment and our impulse for immediate gratification. The Stoics understood this struggle deeply. They saw that the path to true tranquility wasn't paved with external luxuries, but forged by internal discipline. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire, still reminded himself daily to rise and face his duties, not as a burden, but as a privilege. He knew that the mind, left unchecked, will always seek the path of least resistance. It's like a muscle that atrophies without use. If you consistently choose ease, your capacity for effort diminishes. If you always avoid discomfort, your ability to endure it wanes. This isn't to say life must be a constant torment, but rather that deliberate engagement with discomfort builds a kind of inner armor. It strengthens your psychological core, preparing you for the inevitable challenges that life will throw your way, challenges far greater than a cold shower or an early morning workout. Consider the subtle traps of modern comfort. We live in an age designed to eliminate friction. Food delivered to our door, entertainment on demand, information at our fingertips. While convenient, this constant removal of minor obstacles can leave us psychologically soft. When genuine hardship inevitably strikes, a job loss, an illness, a personal crisis, we find ourselves ill-equipped to handle it because we've rarely exercised our capacity for struggle. Seneca often spoke about practicing voluntary hardship, not for its own sake, but to inoculate ourselves against fear and cultivate resilience. He suggested periodically living simply, eating plain food, or even denying ourselves small luxuries we take for granted. This wasn't about self-punishment, but about proving to ourselves that we can indeed survive and thrive with less, freeing us from the tyranny of needing more. This practice builds what the Stoics called an inner citadel, an impregnable fortress of character and resolve within you. This isn't a place of cold detachment, but a sanctuary of clear thinking and unwavering purpose. When the external world becomes chaotic, when others are swept away by emotion or circumstance, you remain steady. You have cultivated the inner resources to weather the storm because you've deliberately tested and strengthened your will. The discomfort you choose to date, the challenging conversation you have, the difficult project you tackle, the indulgence you resist is an investment in that citadel. Each act of discipline is another stone laid, another wall reinforced. Think about it. The athlete who trains relentlessly, pushing past fatigue, isn't just building physical strength, they're forging mental toughness. The artist who shows up to the studio every day, even when inspiration is absent, isn't just honing their craft, they're disciplining their creative spirit. This isn't about grand, heroic gestures. It's in the small, consistent choices. It's in the moment you choose to finish what you started, even when boredom sets in. It's in the decision to resist the impulse to complain, to instead focus on what can be done. Epictetus taught that true freedom comes not from having everything we want, but from wanting what is necessary and being able to choose it, regardless of our immediate feelings. The strength you gain from saying no to yourself, from choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, accumulates. It creates a reserve of willpower you can draw upon when genuine emergencies arise. It gives you confidence that you are not merely a slave to your impulses or a pawn of external circumstances. You become the master of your own internal landscape. This isn't about being harsh or unfeeling, it's about being honest with yourself. It's about recognizing that temporary discomfort is often the price of lasting peace and genuine self-respect. You are building trust in yourself, proving to yourself that you can rely on your own resolve. So today, when that subtle drag of inertia appears, when comfort tempts you away from what you know is important, pause. Recognize the choice before you. Will you reinforce the inner citadel or allow its walls to weaken? Choose one small act of deliberate discipline. It could be finishing that task you've been avoiding, or taking a few minutes to exercise, or simply saying no to a distracting indulgence. Do it not because you feel like it, but because you choose to fortify your character. Let that act be a quiet testament to your growing strength, a reminder that you are the architect of your own inner peace. Your discipline today builds the unshakable core that will sustain you tomorrow. Thank you for sitting with these words today. If they steadied you, subscribe and return tomorrow. A new reflection waits each morning.